fathers are sick now. We are sick. We cannot be sicker than what we are now. I mean, look, we're sisters. Now, I was a little boy, 15 years of age and 16, playing with little girls. And older woman in my 20s, I didn't hear anything about fibroid tumors. There may have been cases here or there. But now, you are not going to reach the age of 16 without a fibroid tumor. I don't care who you are. Now, and young men, you're not going to escape 30 without prostate problem. I don't care who you may be. Now, you're going to get it. Why? Because we were trained, not trained. We were forced to violate. We were forced to violate. Forced to violate the food that God gave us. That food that God gave us in Africa. You think that God gave us, placed us in Africa, and did not place our food with us? Oh, he's going to do that for the gorilla. He's going to do that for the polar bear. He's going to do it for every animal but us. What kind of God is that? No, God just doesn't do that. God feeds and supplies everybody with their needs. So what was the food that God gave the black man in Africa? I mean, I can't ask you that question. Because the answer, again, is the answer I get from the Africans. Well, you know, God gave us rice, gari, cassava, sweet potatoes. I said, African, banjo, this food is not African. This food is European. The African did not indulge in hybridization or cross-pollination. You see, the African were a race, and is a race now, totally satisfied with what the Creator gave us. The African did not violate that. We are not guilty of violation. That's why I don't pray to save me from my sins. See, I never was sinful. I never felt that. I do not pray to save my soul from sin. Why? Check it out. Just check it out. Check where God placed me. In Africa. And while I was home, I did not have any alcohol. Did not have any money. I did not have prostitution. Did not have jails. I did not have lawyers and judges. I did not even wear clothes that were so clean. My mind was so clean that my woman didn't need no clothes on her body. Because when I talk to my woman now, do I talk to her vagina or I talk to her eyes? What do you talk to when you talk to another individual in front of you? You talk to eyes, isn't it? So if your head is clean, the person should have no clothes on and you would not see any nakedness. You talk to eyes. That's how clean we were. Now, and then, we had no clothes, wore no clothes, and there were no rapes. There could be no rapes because we were cosmically in tune. We live according to the dictates of life itself. And animals just don't have sex every day. Now, where did we learn this one from? And I remember when I used to get mad at my wife when she didn't give it up. But women just aren't like that. Women are more in tune than we men are. So here we are now, violating. In the middle of violation, and we think that we have to save our soul from sin. Well, I don't have any soul to save from no sin because I lived in Africa exactly the way God placed me with the food that I was supposed to have and everything I needed. And one day, somebody took me away from my godly given home, brought me to another land, fed me garbage, and all of a sudden, I have to save my soul. Now, what sin have I committed for me to save my soul? No, I do not live in fear. I save no soul. I have no soul to save because my soul is always clean. And this is the beginning of healing and understanding. But we don't want to get to that point because we're scared. We have a soul to save of sin, from sin. What sin? I don't know. But we are sinful people now. No, we are sick people now. We're not sinful. We never were sinful. Black people are not sinful. We are sick. We are sick. We are so sick that even after you have cured someone, and I have done this, what I'm about to say, there's a witness in this room that knew that I made the statement. A young man in Chicago, in St. Croix. He used to walk, you know, with, his name is Larry. I heard Larry talk. I heard his conversation so many times. I decided to heal him for free. Didn't charge me any money. He straightened out. He was happy. Oh, he was telling everyone how he was having sex again. Sure, I wish a man wouldn't be happy. A man in his 60s would be happy if his sex come back. I know I would be. I know I were at 29. So he was happy with me telling everybody in St. Croix about this Dr. Sebi. And one day, for some reason, I got this energy that was funny. I said, Larry, you know something? One day you're going to find the need to kill me. He looked back of him because there was a young man sitting in the back of him, Olu. He looked at Olu and said, Olu, did you hear what Sebi said? That I'm going to find the need to kill him? I said, I'm right. I do not live by philosophy. I live by what I see, not what I hear or read, because I don't read any books. I never read a book in my life. I never will. I live by my eyes. I could see. I don't need anyone to interpret life for me, and then I read that. I have to do the interpreting, because I'm the one that has to live that journey, not you, me. I cannot live your journey. You have to live that. So, I said, you're going to try to kill me, man, because I hear your words, and your words is not moved right. They're jerky. I have no friends now. All of my friends doesn't like me, because when I sit in their company and they eat that food, they know I'm going to say something. But am I not supposed to say something when I know that they're sick? Know that I ate that food with them? This man came one night and borrowed a gun from another individual that died already in Los Angeles, named Barry, and got a 45 to come up my house, came up my house to kill me. And I knew it. It isn't that I'm wise. The herbs help you to see. It's not that I'm wise, because I'm not. I'm not wise and I'm not strong. I'm not weak either, because I do not live by these mathematical equations or these structures, good, bad. The quantum theory. It is the quantum theory that brought us this medicine. It's the quantum theory that prevents us from seeing how genetics is responsible for our nutrition and how it dictates. Quantum theory. So understanding now that God placed every animal in every geography with a temperature, with an environment that is consistent with that group cell, that cell group, to maintain life, that you cannot take a polar bear. I mean, if you think you're smart, check this one out. Go to Africa and place yourself in the Serengeti plain in the month of August, and under an acacia tree is sitting a polar bear. And you look at that, you may get a heart attack, because you know that this is impossible. But why does your senses tell you that this is unnatural to find a polar bear sitting with his leg crossed under an acacia tree in the Serengeti plain in Africa? Why? The senses tell you that this is out of balance. The polar bear belongs where? You see? The senses know that. So we have to put our senses back into all aspects of life to help us to decipher this particular problem that we are faced with, because we are sick. I know we are sick, because I was the sickest of them all. Because my friends, when I told them that I couldn't have sex, I was impotent, man, they said, shit, don't mention that. Why do you do that, man? Man, you don't do that. I said, why? I'm impotent. I want to tell the whole world that I'm impotent, because there may be one dude someplace that could cure this disease. I want him to hear it. But with my brothers who live with the stress that was placed by the quantum theory, he's afraid to say that he's impotent. So now that we're faced with this thing of health, we have to understand the reason why we're sick. Why is it that we're sick? Because why? We're not eating the food that God intended for us to eat. That's all why. Once you begin to go back to that, immediately. And I cannot stand in front of you and tell you that I'm on the bandwagon 50%. No.